Hi, this is George Alger, and welcome to another segment of Our Ventura TV. Today we're going to be speaking about the EDC-VC, and our guest expert is Marvin Boateng, who is the loan officer there. Welcome, Marvin.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Cool. Well, let's first of all start with fundamentals. What is the EDC-VC?
Sure. The EDC-VC stands for the Economic Development Collaborative, Ventura County. We've been around since 1996. We're a public-private partnership dedicated to regional economic development. So what does that mean to us? Well, regional economic development means job creation. So for every $25,000 we lend with our loan program, we want to see one job created. We're also interested in business retention and expansion, and we're able to do this with our Small Business Development Center to provide technical assistance at no cost to our clients.
Now this sounds like an awesome service, particularly with
Sure.
the stresses the economy has gone through in recent years. How does something like this even exist, that you can loan money? I mean, I take it can you loan money in situations where the banks may not?
Yes, and that's really the design of the program. So when the credit crisis happened, unfortunately a lot of businesses weren't able to qualify for bank loans. But there's still a need for lending, there's still a need for expansion and growth with the economy. And so economic development collaboratives have been around for a while, for quite a bit of time. And there's a variety of ways that we get our funding. Some through private donations, through banks. Some banks are actually interested in organizations like us because they're able to fulfill certain requirements. We also get federal funding, county, city funding as well. So that's the way we're able to maintain and be around.
Now, is the EDC-VC itself a nonprofit?
It is a 501c3, yes.
Okay, so do the source of funders, or the source of funds, they can write that off then?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, it's a 501c3. And under the EDC-VC, we have a Small Business Development Center, which is funded by the SBA, Small Business Administration. And so that's where we're able to provide technical assistance at no cost to the clients.
Okay, and the SBA does have an association which I believe is called SCORE.
Yes.
Is that helps small businesses?
Yes. SCORE is actually one of our partners. We all collaborate, with each other. So we're able to provide service, and sometimes we actually work with the same clients, So we've had success stories with SCORE, with one client. And so it's a very valuable partnership that we have.
Good. Now, businesses that are getting started or are mature and yet need capital are going to be interested in whatever the requirements are. So how can you broadly define the requirements for getting some funding from the EDC-VC?
Well, there's several requirements. We're going to need personal tax returns. We're going to need business tax returns. Now, if you're a startup, we're going to need some projections from you. We're going to need about 3 years worth of projections, profit and loss projections. You'll fill out our application, complete that, and you'll return that to me. Then the big part of it is that you'll meet with one of our SBDC advisors or one of our consultants, and we're really going to get down to the nuts and bolts of the actual deal. We want to know your value proposition, we want to know your customer segments, we want to know how you're going to create value with your business. And so that's how we go through a deal. Okay,
now obviously for a startup, there's there's risks involved, and
significant.
Even with a great idea, there's no guarantee that the company is going to make it, and may even require a runway of a number of years to do so.
Exactly.
So, would it be fair to say that your requirements are a little looser than a bank, a lot looser than a bank? I mean, for a startup, this is an important point.
I would say a lot looser than a bank, and the reason why is because banks normally typically don't actually handle startups. In some certain instances, they do, but for the most part, they don't, and we do. And the way we're able to secure the deal is two ways. One, with technical assistance, with continuous technical assistance. So if you're a startup, we would like to continuously schedule meetings regularly to make sure that things are going well. That's a great way for me to monitor and get real-time assessment of what's going on with the business. Secondly, we also look at collateral. We need collateral to secure a deal. So if you're looking for a $100,000 deal, we're going to look at the equipment that you're going to purchase, or we're going to need a house as collateral.
Okay.
So that's the way we're able to secure those deals.
Okay. So there's the opportunity to get funding from the EDC-VC, and it appears that there's opportunities for different types of help to move your business along through SCORE.
Yes.
What are other benefits of getting associated with the EDC-VC?
Well, through SCORE, but also through our Small Business Development Center. And with our Small Business Development Center, we have 25 highly specialized consultants with phenomenal resumes that really provide value to businesses. So just to let you know that SCORE, and then we have a Small Business Development Center as well. And so if you were to call the EDC-VC, you can get in contact with our Small Business Development Center.
Thank you, Marvin, for clarifying that, because I thought that what you're referring to as your consultants was SCORE. So they're actually...
It's two separate, So there's
things.
a Small Business Development Center, then there's SCORE. Like I said, we're all partners. We work with each other, but we do have two different organizations.
Good. So walk me through let's say a typical business person who is coming in. Obviously there's all kinds of businesses, but if we could just generalize, what might a person experience if they say, yeah, let me reach out to the EDC-VC, and what's going to happen?
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's talk about the City of Ventura's loan program. I can kind of walk you through that process. So the City of Ventura has 3 loan programs. They have a microloan, which a borrower can get up to $50,000, a rehabilitation loan program, which another borrower can get up to $50,000, and then a code compliance. So if you need to, create a handicap sign or, some railways, we're able to do that with the code compliance. So in total, a client get up to $125,000. So the process would work like this. The borrower would go to City Hall and they'll be able to get a pre-application. And this is a way for the City of Ventura to get to know the business. It's really important to establish that relationship. And the customer relationship is very important to the city from my dealing with it. And so once they felt the pre-application, that pre-application will come to me. And then I'll schedule a consultation for that borrower to meet one of our consultants, just so, like I said, we can get to the nuts and bolts of the deal. And then I will go ahead and underwrite the deal. And so it's like a 3-step process in a way. Good. So you'll meet the City of Ventura, you'll meet the Economic Development Department, then you'll meet one of our consultants, and then, I'll handle the deal. So, yeah.
How long would you estimate an average time would be for someone to go through this process of contacting you for the first time and then actually getting some funds?
Yeah, it varies from times. It depends on the client sometimes. How quickly can they get the package to us? But assuming if they're able to get the package to us, a complete package, I don't have to call them again to get tax returns or financial statements. Probably take up to 3 to 4 weeks, from start to finish.
Okay.
So, and that's actually pretty typical in the financial industry. When I was a branch manager at U.S. Bank, there are some times where business loans could take up to a month and a half. It just depends on the situation and what we need. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it seems that as long as you have the collateral, you could probably get a loan for any type of startup idea because you have the collateral. Would that be correct? You
have the collateral, but also, like I said, you need a strong business plan as well. We want to understand the business. And sometimes if you don't have the collateral, it just depends on the loan amount, If you don't have the collateral, we'll look at the business plan to see if it could actually support that type of a debt service, the type of request that you're asking for.
Okay.
And so, yes, yeah. So the collateral is important, but we look at, the whole deal.
Good. So based on your unique perspective, watching all these packages come over your desk and talking to the people that you have spoken with, what would be your primary advice to someone interested in taking advantage of the EDC-VC? Yeah, doing your research, calling, asking for help. We're happy to help you from the very beginning, as far as the planning, the business plan, just understanding what's going on with the market. We'll be happy to assist there. So you don't really need too much, but we want you to do some homework, just to have an idea of who you're trying to target, what your objective is, and how you want to move forward. So yeah, we're really looking for people who want to work with us. We love happy people, passionate people, and that's something that I really value. Every day I come into the office and I get a call from enthusiastic small business owners that are enthusiastic about their idea or about their expansion project, and it's just so inspirational to me, just to see that. I never have a bad day in the office just because of that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Cool.
So now, are you able to present some of the I don't know, some of the numbers or the statistics of how many businesses that you've either helped to start or expand?
Yeah, well, let's talk about, for Ventura Loan, Ventura has a business assistance program. We have over 75 loans in our portfolio over the past 10 years. We've lent over $3 million. And so we're a very successful organization. We have a great partnership with the city of Ventura, and we just love the small businesses that we serve. And so we're extremely excited about that.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're getting near the end of our show here.
Sure.
So I'd like to at least close with two primary points here. One, how could people contact you? And then two, if you could sort of give us a summating message about the EDC-VC, or what what you would like to convey to viewers about the EDC-VC.
Sure, I could be reached at area code 805-409-9158, and you can reach me at my email address, which is Marvin, M-A-R-V-I-N, .Boateng, spelled B-O-A-T-E-N-G, at EDC-VC.com. Really, my last message is that we're happy to help and we're happy to assist small businesses in Ventura County, especially here in the city of Ventura, one of our strongest partners. But I want to appeal to another loan fund which we have, which is our First 5 Loan Fund. That loan fund is designed to help assist early childhood education. And so if there's any schools out there that are actually interested in getting funding to maybe fund expansion projects, maybe to fund educational materials, we are the organization to come to, and that's one loan fund that I want to be defined, for, when it's all said and done, when I'm done working with the EDC-VC, I want people to know that I really care about early childhood education. So that's the most important thing I want to get out there.
Thank you, Marvin.
Thank you.
This is George ALGER signing off for another segment of Our Ventura TV. Until we meet again.